illegally, I feel like you should get stuff to be here illegally. But the I feel like with the abortion, it's a give take. Like if you were molested or something like that, yes. But if you know that you're out here having unprotected sex and then you go to have an abortion, that is wrong.
Do you think people who have protected sex yet still get pregnant because the contraceptives fail should be able to get abortions?
There are certain incidents where you are able to get pregnant even if you do use protection. But
Should they
if
be able to get abortions?
I mean, it's if you know that you're out here having sex, it's a possibility that you can get pregnant. So why go and have an abortion if you know what the possibilities were?
Yeah, yeah. For the same reason why cigarette smokers who know a possibility is lung cancer will seek chemotherapy if they get lung cancer. Or drivers who know that a possibility is T-boned by getting T-boned on the roadway, will then, I don't know, turn around and sue the shit out of that drunk driver even though they understand and acknowledge that was a possible outcome. Or alcoholics who understand that a possibility of that would be liver failure, yet if they were to get liver failure, they would consult a doctor to remedy the issue. Just because pregnancy is an expected natural outcome of sex in some circumstances does not mean that if a woman engages in sex and gets pregnant, that then she has some type of obligation to care for the pregnancy.
You are correct. And like it's certain situations where like yet like it's it's a lot of hard stuff to actually see about. But like if certain stuff is different, which in the situation, like some stuff is wrong and some stuff is right. Like I've been watching you for a good minute. Like a lot of the stuff that you do speak about, I do agree with. Like I do feel like you are right in some of them certain situations, but
Okay.
also some I feel like you kind of are wrong about certain situations also.
So why am I wrong about abortion? I think that every woman and girl in this country should have access to abortion, regardless of the reason why. Because you just said, well,
So,
they knew that could possibly happen if they were having sex. Yeah, they do. If they're consenting adults, sure, they know that's a possibility.
but
Okay? But knowing that that's a possibility doesn't obligate them to deal with it.
there is precautions to take, whether it is condoms, whether it's birth control. It's just if you don't want to take the responsibility of carrying a child or taking care of a child, then don't do
No.
shit that can make you get a child or
Okay,
have
this
a
isn't a
child.
pro-life argument. This is a pro-controlling women argument. You're saying that you think some women are stupid because they have sex without protection, and we
Yep.
should punish the stupid women compared to rewarding the stupid women by forcing them to maintain pregnancy for 9 months, give birth
No.
to a child, then raise
mm,
them for 18 years. First and foremost, okay, not
Be
only is
grown
this
about the
position incredibly
situation. Be grown about the situation.
getting an abortion is
It's
grown because they
patient.
know that they're not ready to be a parent. They don't want to
But you're
force and
ready to
subjugate a
have
child
sex. You're
to a
ready to
household that
spread
isn't.
your legs and have
Yes.
sex.
Yes, you could absolutely be ready to have sex before you're literally ready to throw the next 20 to 50 years of your life down the drain. Absolutely.
Girl, you're delusional. But
Tell
okay.
me why. Tell me why I'm delusional for thinking
I'm
that
not
adults can be ready for sex but not ready for parenthood. I think actually suggesting otherwise would just force conditions upon children and which is placing them in households that are truly unready for them, okay? And then the true victim here, okay, is going to be that child that is then raised in that household that's not ready for them. As soon as we start tossing parenthood around like this light thing that anybody above the age of 18 is ready for, well, then the next generations of Americans is going to fucking feel the runt end of that stick.
To a certain extent, I feel like it's a certain extent to every situation you're talking about, whether it's Trump, whether it's abortions, whether it's ICE. Like it's a certain extent to certain situations that some stuff is okay and some stuff isn't. Like everything Trump does, I don't agree with. But that for now, I feel like that is the best president in our books for right now. Like he's done stuff that multiple presidents haven't done or could have
Like,
done before he was.
like,
Multiple,
no, I'm
multiple
so
of
like,
them.
what are the good
What
things?
about what?
Like, what are the good things that he's done that makes you support him?
I mean, he's sending people back to their country where they came from if they're here
Deportation.
illegally. If they're here illegally and they are bringing drugs, crime, raping people. For example, the 14-year-old girl that was just murdered by two illegal immigrants that Kamala however you say her name, let them pass into the border, and it's a catch and release. So therefore, she is the reason that that 14-year-old little girl was murdered, and that mother has to explain to her son why her daughter is not here, or his sister is not here no more.
Check this
It
out.
starts.
Check this out. This is ice.gov/statistics. Anybody could go on their website and find this for yourself. So over here, we're going to be looking at all years, and then under criminality, we are going to specify the arrests and deportation statistics to those with criminal convictions. These are going to be the rapists. These are going to be the murderers. These are going to be the drug dealers. These are going to be the gang members. Now, when we look at the Biden-Harris administration, what do we see in 2023? 53,000 arrests and deportations of undocumented immigrants with bad crimes on their records. What about in the next year under Biden, 2024? We saw 58,000 arrests and deportations of the undocumented immigrants with bad crimes on their records. What about the first year under Trump? We only see 15,000 arrests and deportations of the undocumented immigrants with bad crimes on their records. So, in fact, you sitting here telling me the reason why the undocumented immigrants that killed this 14-year-old girl, and the reason why that blame of that murder falls on the Biden-Harris administration is because they weren't getting rid of them. You're wrong. They put a unique focus on the undocumented immigrants with the bad crimes on their records to be detained, arrested, and deported. Donald Trump, on the other hand, has widened the scopes of his deportation efforts to focus on any and all undocumented immigrants in the country, including unaccompanied minors, peaceful mothers and fathers here to work, and even some legal immigrants like asylum seekers, meaning that the bad undocumented immigrants with the crimes on their records, okay, are getting identified, arrested, and deported at significantly lower rates. So, in fact, I would argue if anybody is to blame for the rapists and murderers that are in this country undocumented not being removed from this country faster, it is the Trump administration that isn't focusing on them.
Okay, and for example, like I said, everything Trump does, I do not agree with. Also,
but this was the argument you gave me of one of the things that you did agree with.
Because that's what we're coming up here to do, right?
Right, but I just demonstrated to you how your argument is false. That's what you come up here to do, right?
Finish before you go, and I understand. Like, you are correct, you are right, but like I am saying, like, it's certain situations. Like, you're looking at one perspective of it, not all perspectives of every situation that comes. Like, you get on here and you talk about one perspective about how you feel and about everything else, but it's not. You're not whole-minded. You're not thinking about the whole situation. You're not looking at the whole situation like that. Like, for example, whenever...
I mean, I thought that we quite literally were looking at the whole situation through macro-level data from ice.gov/statistics, right? That's like a macro-level overview of the data, okay? And you can't say this is just the liberal leftist bias. I mean, it's ice.gov, bro. I mean, I don't think there's a more right-leaning institution of our government in the country today than ice.gov, right? I don't know. She left. All right, so guys, we are 30 minutes into the stream. 2 left guests under the belt. Let's go to continue. Let's try to get that next guest up here. By the way, folks, if you want to support me, if you want to support the stream, support us to allow us to continue to be able to do this for 4 hours a day, 7 days a week, you could find my Venmo and my PayPal in the link tree in my bio on TikTok. Pin message on YT and Dean Withers without the Ian Withers. Quite frankly, we have a couple people to thank before we start that next debate. Brittany, thank you for the $10, who says, please read. I was in a DV relationship and got terminated the pregnancy because no child should have to grow up in that type of home. I appreciate you for the $10, Brittany. I'm sorry that you went through that, and you're right. No child should have to grow up in that type of home. Leah, thank you for the $3 over on Venmo. I appreciate you, Leah. Fasi, thank you for the $11. It's good to see you, my friend. And Jaden, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Let's get 200 Jaden W's. Thank you for supporting this stream, my friend. Jaden with a 20 says, Dean, I DM'd you on X for the source you asked for the other day regarding Trump saying that he'd be in office for 8 to 9 years. I didn't see your DM, but I did see that clip, bro. Yeah, it reads like a joke, but I don't think he's joking. On PayPal, I appreciate you so much for the $12. Paul, who says, hey, from the UK, Dean, it's genuinely amazing to see what you do. Just want to send a bit of love. Oh, well, thank you, Paul. Thank you for the $13 donation. Thank you for the love. Show some love to Paul down below. And then Max, I appreciate you for the $5. Anderson, welcome back. You're a Trump supporter. You're of age. We already went over this.
So
had to kick you because of an echo.
Is this still echoing?
No, that was some weird glitch. Dude, Blue
Okay.
Girl, thank you so much for the unicorn fantasy. I appreciate that, Blue Girl. All the love to you. All the love to you. Good to see you today. Anderson, take it away. Tell us why you support the worst president of your life. And Ashley, thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars on Super Chat. I appreciate you, Ashley.
Because I was born in America and I love Trump.
Yeah, why?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna answer that, but question: didn't you used to sell courses or try to sell courses, and it didn't work? So you started doing this, and now you have all of these liberal sissy females that are over here paying you
Liberal sissy females?
Yes, yes, liberal sissies. Yes.
So
All of these females are sending you
Jaden is a liberal
multiple
sissy
hundreds of
female,
dollars
true. So-
for no reason
so obviously
because none of them can make a. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh no! What were you finna say?
Oh yeah, I mean, I called you a misogynist. I could call you dumb.
Misogynist?
I could call you. A lot
Wait,
of
so
things,
do I get a
but-
massage?
No.
No, I don't get one. Why? Yo, Parker, you look gay as hell.
Are you hitting on him?
You know, typically when people say that to me, that's because they want me to be gay because they want to have sex with me.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good for you.
Hey. There's 13K people in here, yo.
Bro, that dude's geeking. Parker, how we feeling, dude?
I'm doing all right. My debates weren't like too crazy today. And it took me a while to get people. Mainly, it was like took a while to get people to come up.
Yeah, dude. They're crazy, Parker. I mean, we're gonna go to get the next guest loaded up in the box. Only up inside of the queue. If you happen to be MAGA, please and thank you, folks. Do follow the rules of the live stream. Becky, welcome in. Do you support Trump? No, Becky's not here. We're going to go to move on. Yeah, we've had 2 debates so far. We've been live for 33 minutes. And both of the 2 debates, we had them up for less than 5 minutes and they ran away. We're making them run today, folks. We're making them run. Alex, welcome in. Are you MAGA? Alex, I'm going to give you 5 seconds here before I ban you for being in the QAFK. Doesn't seem like you're here, so I'm going to go ahead and ban you for being in that QAFK. Moving on to the next guest, folks. Like I said, I have a league of moderators. We will be skimming through the accounts of every single person in the queue. We are looking for American adults who support Trump. Everybody who is not an American adult that supports Trump that's in the queue will get banned, so just don't even join it to begin with. Welcome in, Jeremiah. Do you support Trump?
I do.
And how old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay. Well, yeah, goodbye. You got to be at least 18 to be on live. In fact, we're going to go to put those rules back up in the middle of the phone screen. Take a look, folks. You got to be 18 plus American and MAGA right in the middle of your phone screen, Moving on to the next guests, guys. We have a handful of them loading up right now. Welcome in. I'm going to call you Y. Don't know how to pronounce your name. Why do you support Trump?
No, I just wanted to say I love you.
Well, I appreciate you for your kindness. However, I will be removing you because we're just looking for Trump supporters. Trevor, do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
And how old are you?
21 years old.
What
I
year were
was
you
born
born?
November 2004.
All right, Trevor, why the fuck do you support the worst president of your life?
Well, I love his foreign policy,
Ooh.
the Iran war and all that. But I got a question for you. Why'd your brother kick you out of his house?
Well, he was fighting some demons at the time, lost his shit. We're actually good now, though.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm very happy to hear that. I apologize if I brought up a sensitive topic.
Dean, what's up with all the guests coming up here and just asking you about random things?
No, it's because-
that's like the past few I've heard.
I mean, he
The-
likes
the-
to ask a lot of random questions.
the last
too,
person-
and he's trolling.
The last person that wants to talk about the Trump administration would be the average Trump supporter. Truly, he's indefensible. They want to talk about anything but his admin. But, this guy said that he supports Trump because of his foreign policy and war in Iran. Sir, what was the reason Trump gave for why he started this war in Iran?
To end the regime.
No, actually not. He's negotiating with the regime right now.
That was one of the
the-
reasons that they gave.
So the official reason from the White House was because Iran was an imminent nuclear threat.
And they still are. Don't they have that enriched uranium in Isfahan underground stored?
Okay, this will be easy.
60%.
So what do you think the word imminent means?
Well, imminent means it's going to happen very, very soon.
Yeah, it's going to happen tomorrow, right?
Well, people would say the Chinese invasion of Taiwan is imminent, but that's not going to happen until at least 2027, but it's still probably going to get delayed.
it's definitely not imminent.
Yeah, so then it's not imminent. Because a synonym for imminent means immediate.
immediately.
Yeah, like they're an
So,
immediate
like-
threat.
So, like, people
gotta
would
know the
say
difference between
there's
a
an
threat
asteroid
and an
imminent to
imminent
strike
threat.
the Earth. That would mean there's an asteroid currently touching the ground.
Yeah, if somebody says that we're an imminent threat of an asteroid striking the Earth, that means that an asteroid's going to strike the Earth today or tomorrow, something like that.
So,
you know?
so is that why a few years ago in December, whenever that asteroid was going to strike the Earth, and like NASA launched that DART mission to redirect it, they were like, it's an imminent threat,
No.
according to our
The justification
calculations?
wasn't that it was an imminent threat. The justification is that it would be an imminent threat in the future if it stayed on its course.
Well, what about that clip of you and the McLaren like holding all that money
Yeah, that was an imminent threat to your ego.
to the
right?
broke boys?
Yeah, that was
an
an imminent
imminent
threat
threat
to
to your ego.
all the
Look
broke
at that
boys.
engine right there. It makes 1100
Trevor.
wheel horsepower.
Are you honestly just mad that you didn't get that E-Rich lifestyle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
I'm not gonna lie. I am a little jealous of Dean. You know, sitting in that cool garage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to get
grandma's
that
house.
E-Rich lifestyle so you can get $1 million in your passenger seat and then
Mm.
fly out to LA with $1 million in the passenger seat. You know.
True.
Very
True.
unfortunately,
True.
I'm
But now I'm
only
gonna go
able
to
put
debunk
about
your view.
$20.
Now I'm gonna go to debunk your view. So you said that it was true that Iran was an imminent nuclear threat that could be further from the truth. Joe Kent left the position of being the head of counterterrorism because he said that they were no nuclear threat to America, and the only reason why we were fighting this war was because of pressure from Israel. And the DNI, the director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, was forced to testify in front of Congress, and where she said that we completely, and I quote, obliterated their nuclear program with their strikes last summer, and they haven't even started on rebuilding them since. So obviously, there's zero way that Iran was an imminent nuclear threat to us, considering the fact that their program was obliterated and they hadn't even started rebuilding their program in accordance with U.S. intelligence. So that's the first issue I have with Trump's war on Iran, is it was started on a bold-faced lie. The second issue I have with the war in Iran is that it has been
Sometimes
continued
you just gotta
on
lie.
us. Well, I don't think so. I think when you lie to start a war with another country, we're already starting off on the wrong foot.
Well, I mean, that might just be your prerogative then, but we might just have to disagree on that because.
So why do you think it's a good thing to lie to start wars? Isn't that what the Nazis did?
Well, I mean, I think they were pretty direct. They were like, "Hey, we're going to invade Czechoslovakia," and then they did that, and then they were like, "Hey, we're going to invade Poland," and then they did that.
What was their argument in the Nuremberg trials for why they went into Norway?
Into Norway?
Yeah.
Wasn't it to like secure the minerals that were going to like Sweden and
Wait.
Britain?
You just said that they're pretty direct? Who's Joseph Goebbels? Was Joseph Goebbels pretty direct?
No,
Yeah. Now we got you defending the Nazis. No.
I'm not defending them. No, they should have. No,
Okay.
please don't put those words in my mouth.
So why was it a good idea for Trump to lie to start a war?
Well, a lot of people in this country have a common sense issue, and like, you know, they think, oh, we go to war, then everything's gonna get expensive, and you know, stuff's gonna go bad, like it did, like, you know, 20 years ago.
We've experienced
But
that.
that's
Trevor,
just
are you
because of-
trolling, Trevor?
Am I trolling?
Yeah.
Why would I be trolling? I mean, you're talking about how you have your league of moderators who are sitting in here getting ready to like smite down anyone who could say anything bad about Dean.
No, I'm
Yeah,
a league of
I feel like
moderators.
he's
Look at
trolling.
us smite down people inside of the queue that aren't Trump supporters.
I mean, that's like kind of a corny thing to say, though. League of moderators. It sounds like some video game thing, like some Dungeons and Dragons shit.
It's not corny considering that the fact that that's what we need to keep the stream on track.
Wait, like
you know what else
Alex
we might need to do?
Blanton, bro, that corny
You know what
ass
else we might
cancer
need to do
patient?
to keep the stream on
Yeah,
track?
fuck Alex Blanton. He's a bitch, bro. You should unmod that fucking faggot.
Okay. What a crazy motherfucker. We're going to move on to the next guest. Only opposite side of the queue. If you happen to be an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president. Guys, this is where MAGA is at. As a party, as a group, as a collective, this is where they're at. They have lost their minds. They stand for nothing. And it's impossible to even debate them. Like, guys, we are 40 minutes into the stream. We've had 3 debates. All 3 of them have either left or crashed out. Actually, make that 4. 4 debates. Remember the jackass guy? Yeah. Welcome to eSport Trump, Zay.
Yeah.
Okay, Zay, how old are you?
19.
Okay. How many continents are there? Yeah, Zay, I'm not going to debate you. We're going to move on to the next guest. We got Bound by Katie loaded up into the box. Katie, welcome in. Are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Katie, I'm
But
gonna go
I'm
to.
also not a politician
I
supporter.
accidentally kicked Parker instead of you, Katie. TikTok, why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me, TikTok? Moving on to the next guest, we got drop the base loaded up into the box. I literally clicked the X on Katie's name, and then it said Parker. Drop the base, welcome to D-Sport Trump.
Wow, he's canceling me.
You don't support him anymore? I'd love to hear it, base. Dude, Parker just did it again. I almost just kicked you again. I clicked the X on the guest's name, and then it said, so you want to kick Parker? Wait, no, I clicked the X on the guest's name. TikTok is trying to cancel you, bruh. TikTok is on your ass, dude. We got
What the hell,
Landon.
bro? TikTok, why are you canceling me, bro?
Landon, welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Landon, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Landon, your bio says Romans 8:28. So you're a Christian?
Indeed.
So what are your thoughts on Donald Trump declaring himself as your God?
When did he declare himself our God?
Yeah, when he posted an AI slop photo of him as Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a lot about Trump and his religious beliefs that I really do not agree with.
Yeah, but that's blasphemy, an unforgivable sin.
No, it's not blasphemy.
What
does
is
it mean?
blasphemy?
Parker, that is just not blasphemy.
So what is blasphemy?
Did he leave?
Yeah.
Dude, Parker, bro. That is, oh my God. Fifth guess, 43 minutes. Every single one is rage quit. Every single one. Moving on to the next guest job, bro. Tina, I appreciate you for the well diving. Shout out to you, Tina. Duba, appreciate you so much for the $10 on Super Chat. So you could buy Parker some flowers for how much you've been kicking him today. I appreciate you for the $10, Duba. Welcome to Josh. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Josh, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, over under 5 minutes.
Like, finishing time or like debate?
Dude, Josh, this is a debate live for politics. No, over under 5 minutes. How long do you think you're gonna last on the stream?
Well, probably like over.
Okay, what a weirdo. Wow, I'm going to thank a couple people, then mic and the floor will be yours. Miss Heidi, this just came in a minute ago. Thank you so very much for the $20 donation on Venmo. I want to see 200 Heidi W's in that chat. Thank you for the love, all the love in the world to Heidi. That's beyond kind of you. Heidi with the 20 says, I'm one of those crazy liberal women that pays you. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, Heidi. I hope that you enjoyed today's stream. Same thing to you, Matthew. I appreciate you for the $10. Good to see you as always. I know that you're always hanging out with us. And Ebby, thank you so much for the $5. Jaden, thank you for the $5. Alexandria, thank you for the $10. She says, thank you for all that you do. I appreciate you for being here, Alexandria. And Alex, thank you so much for the $10 as well. I appreciate you guys. On PayPal, thank you, Caroline, for the $20 donation. Let's get to it, Caroline W's. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And in response to your question, I am not familiar with that. I have not read that about, but I will let you know when I do read it. Thank you for the $20. Show some love to Caroline and all the other donors. Once again, if you want to support me, you want to support the stream, you can find the Venmo, PayPal link tree in the bio on TikTok, pin message on YT, and right there, Dean Withers without the E in Withers. Truly, it's a great way to ask a question or to get a message across, folks. Go ahead and take it away. Josh, why do you support Trump?
Oh shit, was I muted? Oh yeah, okay. I support Trump because I believe that he's making our country just like a better country with his invasion of Iran. He's gonna set us as the global dominant power for exporting oil. He's gonna take Saudi Arabia out as that and replace us.
So going after Iran is gonna take out the UAE and Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Wait, didn't he strike an oil deal with Saudi Arabia like a year ago?
Yes.
Okay, but now he's folding on that oil deal? Oh, man. Rats, folks, we just lost access to our guest request function. Don't know what did it. I guess TikTok is having a bad one today. So we just lost access to our guest request function. But that's okay because we could still do our live stream. We just got to move over to our second account here on TikTok. And I'm going to appeal this ban on the guest request restriction. And we'll likely get that appeal back here momentarily. So we're probably going to be on our second account for less than 30 minutes. Parker, you should head over there too if you want to. We're just going to go ahead and change this text at DNC Dean. For everybody who's watching on YouTube, you guys are fine. You guys are A-okay. For everybody who's watching on TikTok, we will be heading over to our second account. Our second account is at DNC Dean. If you want to know what the handle is, it is literally in the middle of your phone screen on TikTok. Take a good look. You'll be able to type that into your TikTok search bar. For the 15.4 thousand people watching on TikTok, clearly you guys are here for debates. Clearly you guys would, probably like to see some more. So head over there, might as well, right? I'm going to go ahead and end the live here on the main account at Dean. We're going to head over to that second account. I'll be live on there in 30 seconds or less. I just have to sign in and out on my TikTok OBS, and I will see you over there momentarily. This is your last chance to take a screenshot of the handle, memorize the handle right there at DNC Dean. You could even copy it from the chat, folks. Last chance, last shot. See you all over there in less than 30 seconds.